Yo, have you ever just found yourself sitting around and thinking, man, I sure wish the Dex would release some new t-shirts for me to buy? Well, guess what, weirdo? That day is today. There's brand new designs in our Yeti shop today. First is this cute Victini shirt by our friend Misky. It's called Usagi Ringo because that's what Victini is based on. Cool! Also, there's this dope Cynthia shirt by Amanda freaking Flag. It's called Bombshell because her main man Garchomp is based off nose art. These shirts are so great because they also work as conversation starters at parties. Buy them together in the booster pack bundle to save a few dollars and get this exclusive trading card sticker free. Isn't Misky just the coolest? 2 great new deck shirts and a great new bundle to boot. Now you just gotta get your own. Click the link in the description to visit theyeti.com today.
Spooky times continue on this episode of The Dex, where we cover trivia and battle strategy for a different Pokemon each week. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Magician's Apprentice Alex. Let's just
an apprentice?
Oh, come on!
No, it's chill. I just think you could be a little less humble about your magic skills.
Really? You believe in real magic too?
No way, man. Magicians have an awesome skill and they use it. I believe you should always be skeptical so that you're always willing to learn.
Yeah, come on, I don't believe in magic either, duh.
Sure.
No, come on, Occam's Razor and whatever. Burn of Proof and whatever. Mythbusters or whatever.
It's Mismagius.
Encyclopedias or whatever.
Mismagius is the magical Pokemon. It's a ghostly-looking witch that was introduced in Gen 4 as a Duskstone evolution of Gen 2's Mischievous. Cutie becomes Cutie Scary.
Apparently, it has a cry that sounds like an incantation, and its chanting can actually cause a variety of effects from crippling headaches to feelings of terror, hallucinations, and weirdly, even happiness. Super Twilight Zone-y.
Mismagius' name comes from mischievous and mage, but as per usual here at the Dex HQ, we can unlock a few more secrets by looking at the name in other regions.
In Japanese, it's Mumargi from Nightmare and Magi, and in French and German, it's Magirev and Tron Magil, which both mean magic dream or dream mage, which maybe makes Mismagius a little more Freddy Krueger-y than we first expected. Freddy Krueger-y.
Aha, but lucky for us, I know the answer.
You do? Do you have psychic powers?
No, dude, I looked it up.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for this week's ridiculous segment, Pokemon and You.
Wait, I'm a Pokemon?
Our bodies are absolutely amazing things, but they're also very mysterious, and today we are going to see how a biological trick it can sometimes play on us helps invent a classic mythological figure. And no, Alex, before you even ask, I'm not even talking about the ancient Egyptian fart monster.
Oh man, fine. Enter the old hag. She's usually depicted as an elderly lady in dresses similar to a witch with a pointy hat and tattered clothes, but they're way worse than most witches because they're all about preying on and tormenting innocents. Major bummer.
Also, unlike witches who often have mastered many different types of spells, hags more sort of specialize in sleep magic and inducing dreams. And the more I tell you about them, the more they're gonna remind you of one of the worst things ever, sleep paralysis.
Put simply, sleep paralysis is a state of immobility upon waking, often accompanied by completely horrifying hallucination and panic about not being able to do anything to save yourself. Ugh. Luckily, like most things, taking a look at the science behind it can make it a little less scary.
When we dream, our muscular functions are shut off and our bodies enter what's known as an atonic state. That's why our bodies don't usually act out what we see in our dreams, and when it doesn't work, that's how you get sleepwalkers. Kinda cool, right?
Sometimes though, when you're in deep REM sleep and you wake up too quickly, the reverse can happen when you're conscious of everything around you, but you can't move your body at all. And your brain totally freaks out because it can't defend itself, and it begins to imagine that there's a threatening presence or an invader right there in the room with you, like something sitting on you and you can't move.
Wait, adding the science made it way more scary. Anyway, these hallucinations are common enough that accounts of them have passed into folklore, which is where we get things like the hag, who is supposed to be the woman sitting on you when you woke up. In fact, she's so closely linked to it that sleep paralysis is sometimes even called old hag syndrome or being hag-ridden.
Plus, aside from all those international dream names, take a look at Mismagius' Pokedex entries. Hallucinations, headaches, feelings of dread. Sleep paralysis explains most of that stuff already, but did you know it's also more common in people who get migraines? The hat says it all, man! Mismagius? More like Mishagius. I'm never sleeping again.
I hear you, man. I had sleep paralysis twice. The first time I convinced myself I was in a coma, and the second time I hallucinated my boss singing opera at work. Both were equally terrifying.
That probably explains a bunch of weird alien and angel encounters, huh?
Right?
I've definitely had relatives tell me ghost stories with details like these.
See, science and myth, not too far apart.
Yeah, but forget about all that now, because it's time for Battle Strats! Let's do it.
Pokemon!
Was that? Mismagius has great offensive stats, but its physical frailty makes it tough to lead off with. Still, with the right moves, a fresh Mismagius mid to late game can rip up the competition. Start with a timid one and super train it in special attack and speed.
Because Mismagius is powerful enough to force a few switches, getting a nasty plot off to boost your special attack 2 stages shouldn't be too tough. Then just open up on your opponent with Shadow Ball for stab or Dazzling Gleam for coverage, and make sure you've got that Life Orb to maximize your threat.
In that last slot, you're going to want to go with Destiny Bond. It's a great last-second Hail Mary play, and if you're playing late-game cleanup, that can make all the difference.
Of course, that's not the only way to train a Mismagius, so as always, here are a few random thoughts.
Trainers with access to a Culber Berry might consider it as a great way to survive a poorly predicted nasty plot. It halves one Dark-type attack, which is what most people would throw at you anyway.
If you're playing on Showdown or something, it might be worth it to give Mismagius Hidden Power Ground. It's a great counter to some of the more common OU powerhouses.
But I feel like this set is more popular and you'll go farther with the mind games anyway.
And that's it, Mismagius, the spooky dream witch that sits on you so you can't get up. Man, this month, just disturbing thing after disturbing thing.
If you want to see another Pokemon who lurks in your dreams, click here for the Darkrai episode, or here if you want to see Kelly and I take each other on in a ghostly gym leader battle.
And please, homies, find it in your hearts to subscribe. I'm PokeKellz.
And I'm Magician's Apprentice Alex. Halloween Spooky Times TMs continues next week with another stabbing episode of
The Dex.